Alrighty, this is the Shiawassee Gunner. Back here again, kind of talking about the ShotShow 18. There's a lot of things that did come out, and there's a lot of things that, overall, from what I've seen, from looking at different media sources, is there was kind of an incremental ShotShow. There wasn't, there's just small changes to different types of already existing platforms. There was some cool announcements, from Ruger back in the fall, I believe, on the Security 9 and the Ruger carbine that they have coming out, as well as like the Glock Gen 5 and stuff like that. But nothing really particularly new and special to ShotShow. I mean, obviously, they did cover a lot of that stuff, but nothing particularly special. There was a few things that I did see. Obviously, I don't go to ShotShow. I'm too small of a channel, but I do like to follow and see what's kind of coming out in the industry. And there was some cool new Glock frames and Glock Glock but not Glock. There was the Didnt aluminum Glock lower that had. It was kind of modular in a way where the frame would kind of come apart, and you could add different kind of grips and different grip lengths and stuff like that. So that looked kind of cool. Then there was the Zero Delta that was coming out that was supposed to add more modularity to the Glock-like platform, and that allows you to do way more than I would have figured imaginable on a regular handgun. You could take off whole grip pieces and make it from a compact to a competition style with a beveled magwell, and change out the dust cover lengths and stuff on the frame, and just kind of cool stuff like that. Now I don't know, with the cost and stuff, if that's ever going to be real feasible stuff. People do like their custom Glocks. Obviously, I kind of dick around with my Glock 40 MOS, so yeah, I obviously do some of that myself, but I don't make a lot of frame changes and stuff like that, but I can see why people would. So those were kind of cool. I don't know, like I said, grand scheme of things, if that's going to be something that's going to be a big market, or could be anything. Let's see. The next thing so two of my biggest things that I did see that I thought were pretty cool. They were released basically for ShotShow, and that were coming down the pipeline. The SIG P365, it was released a little bit before. They kind of talked about it, but they really kind of showed, and you got to see more hands-on with it at ShotShow. I have seen a couple videos out in the wild now, and people are comparing it to a G43 by Glock, and it did look, pretty comparable on size, and you do get some extra capacity on them. It does look like a cool platform for the concealed carrier. I don't know, kind of seems like a Kel-Tec P11 size or a Sky CPX, but those are hammer fired and maybe not quite as refined as some of your other pistols. I mean, this 365 is a striker fired, standard run-of-the-mill gun. That's kind of the way the industry is going. So a lot of people complained about the MSRP on it. I think they had it at $5.99 or something. But I think I did see the video that I did see. It was, I think they got it for like $4.99 or something. So that's pretty reasonable and right in there with the Glock 43. So the SIG P365, definitely going to say it's probably going to be a pretty hot carry item you'll be hearing quite a bit about in the next coming year. So that leads me to my next thing, was the RMS Compact sight. It's going to be for shields and narrower pistols in general. And I think that these changes and stuff to these red dots are going to be a big thing. They're getting more affordable. There's new manufacturers. Nikon's putting out one now, I've seen from some of the news, and NC Star, which, take it or leave it, they're putting out some stuff too. And they're offering different things. The RMS Compact, that one is obviously, it's a smaller, narrower platform, and you can have a little bit easier time either conceal carrying with it, or you can put it on just smaller guns that you wouldn't be able to before. So it's really opening up the market to more and more pistols, not just your big competition style or something like that. The NC Star one was a fold down, you know, it could fold flat to the pistol, which, you know, you can co-witness with a red dot, or you can do, you know, or you can do this fold-up thing. I don't know how good it's going to be. Like I said, NC Star isn't always well known for their quality, but they do have some pretty inventive ideas, and you know, that was kind of cool seeing some different stuff coming down the pipeline like that. So yeah, that might be something down the line. If I get, you know, a subcompact like that, I might check out. Some of the big letdowns and some of the big, you know, just crappy products. Let's see. There was Franklin Armory Reformation, which is a legal SBR that they, through a series of loopholes, they made it. You know, just basically, I don't know if it's a, you know, a talk piece, you know, where they make it to, you know, get some dialogue spoke about how ridiculous some of these SBR rules and stuff are. But all they did is, instead of doing circular rifling, they did straight rifling, or straight through the barrel. And I don't know, they said supposed to be able to get, what, like 5 MOA at 50 yards, and it stretches out from there. So I guess, yeah, it would be probably pretty good if you're going to use it for like home defense and stuff like that, which typically, you know, a short AR would be good for. But at $2,000, you know, for what they want for their model, you probably could just, you know, SBR a regular rifle and be good with it. So kind of just a letdown. I think people are expecting maybe a little bit more than what they did do out of it, but they did what they had to get it through. So yeah, maybe if Palmetto State Armory comes down the line and says that they're going to make a, you know, just a barrel that you can slap on and it's going to be compliant with this, you know, this ATF justification on it, that might, you know, see a new market segment open up there. Maybe $200 for a barrel or something like that. So I don't know. That might be something down the line. And they're supposed to be making ammo and stuff, but still, just overcomplicating the whole thing. Yeah, so take it or leave it. That's kind of a letdown in a way. There was a, let's see. There's another one I couldn't remember. Yeah, it was basically a M203 grenade launcher that was like you'd cock. It was a rapid deploy bayonet. Really stupid. I don't know what. That got a lot of bad rap from people. I guess if you're, you know, making kind of a little art piece for your zombie killing weapon or whatever that you like to hang on your wall, okay, it'd be kind of cool, but it just really doesn't serve any practical purpose at all. And that's just kind of what I've seen, some different stuff like that. But yeah, so that's basically, you know, my takeaways from ShotShow. Everything else was, there's a lot of things, you know, silencers and stuff. There was new versions, new stuff like that. But all in all, it was just a bunch of small incremental changes to existing product platforms that really aren't groundbreaking in many ways. So yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't really that impressive of a ShotShow. Like years past, there was some real blowout things that people got real crazy about. There's always something, and I think the big one that people were, you know, fussing about was the Reformation, and that was, like I said, a letdown. So yeah, so if you guys have any, you know, questions or comments, yeah, feel free to leave them down below. Yeah, what do you think? Is there anything that you really like to see that you saw from some of the media coverage? I don't know. That's kind of all I kind of took away from ShotShow 2018, and anymore it kind of seems like gun companies don't really care for it all that much. They just release, like Ruger, they release it early on, and they don't really care. They just kind of do their own thing. People get excited about it anyways, so they don't really need the whole buzz of ShotShow. But it is cool to cover because a lot of companies do go there at one time and do all kinds of stuff. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.